So let's discuss on ophthalmic products, its formulation, requirements, types of formulation and evaluation. So by definition, similarly they are like parentals or sterile preparations, either solution, suspension or in the form of ointments, which is meant for installation into eye in the form of drops, eye drops, ointments or eye sprays, etc. So the various type of ophthalmic products includes eye drops, eye lotions, eye suspensions, eye ointments and contact lens solutions, etc. So ideally they should be sterile, free from foreign particulate matter, should be isotonic with the lacrimal fluid, that is the fluid of the eye. It should have the same pH as that of lacrimal fluid, that is 7.4, and there should be an ideal optimum value for viscosity, that is 25 to 50 centipoise, so that the product can be left more time on the eye cavity, and it should have the permitted preservatives only. So sterility, we are mainly focused on the presence of bacteria, so they can be prevented by autoclaving or by filtration or any antibacterial agent addition, that is bacteriostatic agents. Should be free from foreign particles also. If foreign particles are there, means they will cause discomfort or cause damage to the epithelium, etc. So similarly they are removed by filtration. Then isotonicity and pH already mentioned. So it should have the same pH or should have the same buffering power as that of lacrimal fluid. So increased pH will cause to discomfort in the eye. Viscosity, so some viscosity building agents are there in all the parental products, like polyvinyl alcohol, polyethylene glycol, microcrystal cellulose, etc. And preservatives commonly include phenyl, mercuric nitrate and acetate, benzalkonium chloride, chlorhexidine acetate, etc. Parabens are less preferred. Anyway, some sodium benzoate and chlorocrazole, thiamerazole, etc. can be used also. So eye drops. So eye drops are sterile, aqueous or oily solutions or suspensions of drug for installing into conjunctival sac with a dropper. So ideally it contains anesthetic, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic or diagnostic, meiotic or mydriatic agents. So the formulation includes thickening agents, preservative, chemical stabilizers, that is a pH, the antioxidants, sequestering agents, etc. So all the stabilizing agents are added to reduce the degradation and maintain sterilization and reduce toxic effect also. And then it is done either by pH adjustment, that is use of buffers, and also added to reduce the discomfort due to irritation by maintaining the constant pH, and maintain chemical stability by temperature change, leaking of alkaline functions, also improves the clinical response, clinical action also. So commonly used 1 hour boric acid, sodium phosphate, sodium citrate, etc. So phosphate buffers are also used. Then wetting agents increases the solubility and drug penetration. Steins and spans are commonly used. Then isotonicity are done to make the formulation isosmotic with the tear fluid. So commonly used are 0.1% sodium chloride and 1.9% boric acid. Reducing agents like sodium metabisulfate and sodium thiosulfate are used to prevent the oxidation of the medicament. Sequestering agent commonly used is ADTA. Then preparation steps involved the preparation of the vehicle, that is the solvent, then dissolution of the medicaments and adjuvants, clarification and sterilization. Preparation commonly used one are water freshly made, and stabilization is done by the addition of benzalkonium chloride, chlorhexidine, etc. So these are the precautions that is taken. Then dissolution by heating assisted dissolution or by cooling temperature or presence of atmospheric nitrogen also is used, or any solubilization method can be employed. And clarification is the passing of the preparation through microporous plastic membrane so that the particles are freed. The solutions are made free from particles, and the filter is only collected. So preferably the clarification is done by Wattmann filter paper, and sterilization by filtration or autoclave. So autoclaving is generally done at up to 100 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes, and some thermolabile substances are filtered by filtration, are sterilized by filtration. Then volumes applied, small and large volume are there, separate containers. The containers are sometimes amber colored, neutral glass or rubber treated glasses, etc. Then the general directions for application include applied with washed hands, etc. Pull the lower eyelid down gently with one hand, etc. Then usually if it is having a dropper, means squeeze the content, and try to keep the eye open after application by not blinking for at least 30 seconds after application. So general labeling include for external application only, storage in cool place, discard the preparation 1 month after its first opening, and if irritation or discomfort persist, do not use the preparation further. So these are some of the preparations. And eye ointments are semi-solid preparations based on oleogenous or water washable bases packed in collapsible tubes, and they are make easy to apply to the eye cavity by pressure. So also similarly it is sterile. The formulation ingredients include medicament, that is either water or oil soluble, then base. So bases should have the ideal properties like free from irritation. It should melt at the body temperature and can be easily sterilized by heating, etc. So commonly used ointment base is composing of yellow soft paraffin, liquid paraffin, and wool fat, etc. So this is the preparation. All the base the waxes are melted, add liquid paraffin to make the preparation very loose. Then it is filtered to the container, sterilized. After sterilization, the medicament is added in a sterile atmosphere, packed in sterile container also. So these are the various methods for incorporating the medicament based on the nature. If it is water soluble, means it can be directly dissolved in minimum volume. If it is water insoluble, finely powdered mixed with the molten meat. If it is insoluble, means you should make it more extremely powdered. Then this is the container, which is a collapsible tube based on the single application. If it is multiple in application, tin or aluminum plastic collapsible tubes are with nozzles are preferred. And tube is sealed in packages from which the removal is not possible, and also it covered with the unbreakable seals, etc. Labeling similarly for external use only, store in cool place, avoid contamination during the use, etc. One such example is atropine eye ointment BP. Then eye lotions. So lotions are sterile aqueous solutions intended for washing the eye to remove irritant or foreign matter from the eye. These are the characteristic: sterile, no foreign particles, isotonic, neutral pH, etc. So some eye lotions contains bacteriostatic agents, so it should be sterilized and used within a week. And some without bacteriostatic agent should be used in a day, within a day. Then mainly applied for clean the eye or eye bath. Generally the formulation is a drug which is sodium chloride, sodium bicarbonate, boric acid, borax. Vehicle commonly is water, so water soluble substances are used. Isosmotic agents are also incorporated. So step involve the dissolution of the drug in the vehicle, followed by the clarification, sterilization into the final container. Example is the sodium chloride eye lotion BPC, which is a 0.9% each. Container similar to the previous one. It is a seal with a screw cap with a rubber or plastic and other impervious cap liner. Resistance to autoclaving also. Labeling for external use should not be taken orally, and discarded if any unused matter is there, drug is there after 12 hours or a week after the first opening. Then suspension are very rare. Some conditions are there when the drug is insoluble or unstable in liquid form, or if more action or sustained action is required, means you can go for eye suspension. And contact lens solution. So contact lens solutions are very common nowadays. Now these are very small visual devices made for a curved piece of plastic to adjust the visual deformality. So there are different types of lenses: hard contact lenses, rigid gas permeable, and soft contact lenses, etc. So the contact lens care or contact lens solution is different based upon the types of the contact lens. So generally it composed of wetting agents, antimicrobial agents, isotonicity adjusting substances, buffering agents, and thickening agents. All are very common type of substances are used. And for cleaning purpose, Non-ionic surfactants and mixture of preservatives are also added.